Developing this morning, Chicago police are looking for a gunman who killed one person and injured two others on the city's south side. It happened yesterday morning on the 3800 block of South Wentworth. That's just a few blocks away from Guaranteed Rate Field. Police say three men were outside when someone opened fire. A 24-year-old man was killed, two others seriously wounded. Residents say they've had enough with the rising crime and want police to do more to protect their neighborhood all year round, not just on game days.
And my biggest thing is where is everybody? Where is CEO, CHA? Where is Pat Dow? Where's our alderman? And I'm not talking about her assistant. Where are these people? They keep these folks that come to these ball games secure. What about our security? And there ain't nothing up and through here but black folks. I should not have to live in fear. Nobody else do. And they got kids through here too. So what you telling us that we're not important? And I shouldn't have to sit here and shed no tears. This don't make no sense.
Police are reviewing surveillance video from the area in hopes of identifying a suspect.
Third Ward Alderman Pat Dowell joins us now. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. For having me.
I think you might have heard that soundbite with one of the residents there near Wentworth Gardens, Ms. Frazier, who was saying she wanted more public support from, she called you out by name and she wanted the CHA to do things. What is your response to that?
Well, you know, Ms. Frazier has attended a community meeting. We've been working on this issue at Wentworth Gardens since May. We've had two community meetings with the police department, the Chicago Housing Authority, and AGB, who's the private security company there. We also have another meeting this morning. I hope that Ms. Frazier and other residents will attend. You know, there has been an uptick in issues at Wentworth Gardens, and we definitely have to secure the residents there, and we're working very hard to do that by coordinating more of the conversation between the police department, the private security, and the residents.
But Alderman Dowell, why does it take three meetings for that? This is not that complicated. I think her assessment was we need people on the ground walking and patrolling the ground.
Violence is complicated, sir, and we have addressed some of the issues by adding two cars, one that sits on 37th Street and another one that sits on Wentworth between 8 a.m. and 2 o'clock.
But she says they don't get out of their cars.
Excuse me, 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. This incident occurred at 5 a.m. And we've added, at the request of the police department, the 9th District, some additional cameras surrounding that development, making sure that the cameras within the development work.
She was inferring that there's a lot of police around Guaranteed Rate Field, but there's not a lot near Wentworth Gardens.
Well, the police around Guaranteed Field are there during game days. They're not there when there are no game days. And we do continue to have increased patrol of Wentworth Gardens. This was a very unfortunate and tragic incident that happened here the other night. But we are committed to working with the residents and the police department and CHA to make some improvements there.
Is it your understanding?
There definitely needs to be more coordination and conversation between the private security firm and the police and the 9th District. Sure.
Is it your understanding that the patrol, this private security patrol, should be out of their cars patrolling the grounds, or is it okay for them to be sitting in their cars?
No, never sitting in their car. In fact, those are some of the concerns that residents have raised, them being inside of a particular unit at Wentworth Gardens instead of walking around the development more. So those are things that are being corrected or have been corrected since the meeting in May.
Before we let you go, we know you were at that city council meeting yesterday where there was the mayor and got into it a little bit, and there's been discussion that the mayor might be losing control over the city council. What was your assessment of that meeting yesterday?
Well, I think it's unfortunate that it devolved into what we saw on the media. I think that we have to take care of the business of the people of the city of Chicago. We intend to come back on Friday to do that. There was some incidents. People disagreed. That's democracy. Unfortunately, it went to the place that it went yesterday.
All right, Alderman Pat Dowell, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.